Hi, I'm Kendra with Where's Moon Astrology, and today I am talking about the moon in Capricorn. I want to make a quick distinction, obviously, between the sun's energy and the moon's energy. The sun's energy is going to be expressing the traits of the sign that it's in very loudly and proudly, very expressively. It's going to be pretty noticeable in the personality of that person. The moon's energy is really subtle. It's about those knee-jerk emotional reactions. It's who you are on a deep emotional level. It's the traits that you're going to be expressing around people you're very comfortable with because the moon is your heart. So you are going to be expressing these only really around people that you feel very comfortable with and can express yourself like your truest self around. So for the moon in Capricorn, what is going to emotionally comfort you is having a sense of control, especially control over yourself. Sometimes control over other people, but especially control of yourself. You want to have control of your emotional reactions. It is going to drive you insane if crying in public, that's not something you like to do. Really expressing yourself, especially if you're in pain, that's not something that you like to do. You want to have control of your emotions at all times. And you really want to be able to channel any kind of negative energy into something productive. Capricorn moon has their emotional well-being highly wrapped up in what they are able to achieve and what they are able to accomplish. And not having control of themselves is not a part of that. It is very important for them to have, achieve. And so, you know, getting caught up in their emotions is just not who they are at all. It's not that they aren't dealing with their emotions, it's that they easily can kind of put them away. Something negative happens, and the Capricorn moon says, okay, that hurts. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I have things to do. I have things that I have to accomplish. That is going to be something I deal with later. And they kind of put it away for further inspection at a later time. If you think about their opposite moon sign, Cancer, which can get really kind of immobilized by negative emotions. Cancer is a very emotional sign. So they are just kind of the antithesis of that. They are able to cut their emotions off in order to be productive, in order to accomplish what they need to accomplish. And they're not going to get stuck in an emotional rut. It's not who they are. It's not how they want to be, not how they want to function. It's almost like any kind of negative emotions can make them, they can kind of channel that into more productivity and more efficiency. So the way that Capricorn moon experience, or the things that make Capricorn moon the most happy, is knowing that they did something well, that they achieved, that they are being recognized for what they have to contribute, and their level of efficiency, that is being recognized. And it can be devastating to the Capricorn moon. Other moon signs might get more involved in relationships. They might get more emotionally involved in, education or escapism or whatever. But Capricorn moon is emotionally comforted by their level of achievement. So being told that they aren't good enough in some way, that they didn't perform to the best of their ability, that can be actually devastating to the Capricorn moon. Whereas another sign might say, "Oh, well, it sucks that this happened, that this person thinks I'm not capable or whatever, but that's okay. I have, my boo to come home to or whatever." Um, that's not Capricorn moon. They can actually become really immobilized, not by emotion, but by feeling that they are, I guess it is kind of an emotion, but by being told that they're not good enough, that they're not achieving in some way. Capricorn moon can actually take emotional comfort from work, from actually doing and feeling active and feeling productive and climbing the social ladder. That's important to Capricorn moon as well, feeling that they have some kind of social status. Not really in like uh, a vain or shallow way, but they like just the feeling that they have been able to achieve this status within a social group or at work, or just feeling that they are climbing socially, they're climbing the social ladder, they're climbing the ladder at work, they're being promoted, that they are constantly going up and beyond. That's important to Capricorn moon as well. Capricorn moon's expression of love is highly practical. They are very, very committed in their relationships. This is an earth sign. Um, So they're not super, super expressive necessarily when it comes to when they love somebody, they're not going to necessarily be mushy gushy and affectionate, but they can be very, very committed, and they're going to want to show their love in practical ways. The same as you know, Virgo or Taurus moon, all the earth signs are going to want to show their love practically with commitment and by doing things for you, by going out of their way for you, showing you that they are willing to work hard for you and work hard for the relationship. That is going to be the love expression of the Capricorn moon. One of my best friends is actually a Capricorn moon, Aries sun like me, but Capricorn moon. And the way that she expresses her love to me is by trying to help me be the best that I can be. So Capricorn moon will also express their love to you by trying to help you achieve and trying to help you be the best version of yourself. And this can kind of um, not that this is how I felt with her necessarily, but it can kind of be almost overbearing with Capricorn moon because they want you to be the best that you can be, and they're not willing to accept anything less at times. So sometimes the person is not going, they're just not ready to be the best version of themselves, and that's kind of a process that they have to go through. That's something that I see more as a Sagittarius moon, just kind of the big picture, like, oh, it'll all come into place at some point in time. But Capricorn moon is like, I know what you need to do, and it's frustrating me that you're not doing it. But it's important to remember that they're trying to help you, and if they're giving you all this advice and they're telling you how to move up, and they're being your biggest cheerleader. That is what Capricorn Moon is doing. They're on your team. That's what they're trying to convey to you by kind of pushing you like that. Capricorn is going to be a pusher. They're going to help you be the best you can be by they can kind of be a little bit terse with you. They can kind of they might even cut you off. Actually, my mother was in a very toxic relationship with my father. This is getting a little personal, but my father and my mother had a very toxic relationship, and her best friend was a Capricorn sun. Now, this isn't Capricorn moon, but it's a good example of Capricorn energy. Um, she was best friends with a Capricorn sun, and she listened to my mother for years and years talk about this bad relationship with my father. And one day, she just told my mother, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. I can't be there for you anymore if you choose to stay in this relationship. And it actually gave my mother a wake up call, and she and my dad didn't last much longer after that. That's how Capricorn will help you. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes they're not going to give it to you with a spoonful of sugar, but that is how they're trying to help you. They're being realistic with you, and they're trying to help you achieve. They're trying to help you be the best that you can be. Another thing about Capricorn moon is that they can be very strategic, and they will help you be the best that you can be, or they will be the best that they can be by kind of plotting their next move. So it's sort of like manipulation what they do. It's similar to Scorpio moon in the sense that they will try to help you be the best that you can be by kind of very subtly giving you something for you to chew on. Instead of being overbearing, especially if they're more evolved, instead of being overbearing, they'll kind of give you something to chew on and kind of lead you away from a toxic situation in a very subtle manner. But to where it feels like you came to that conclusion on your own, when actually, you are coming to that conclusion on your own, but Capricorn is helping you. Capricorn moon is helping you by kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now for the Capricorn moon mother. The positive manifestation of the Capricorn moon mother would have been a mother who pretty much made you deal with your feelings by moving on. For instance, you fall down, instead of going, oh, my poor baby, let me help you. That's not going to be your mother if you have had a Capricorn moon. She's going to say, are you okay? Well, get up, dust yourself off. You're going to be okay. And from that, you kind of learn that, oh, well, bad things can happen, and I don't have to sit there and cry about it. And that's just kind of your instinctual emotional reaction. She might have also pushed you to achieve. She might have pushed you to get good grades. In the positive manifestation, this wouldn't have been overbearing. She just would have been constantly encouraging you, constantly helping you be the best that you can be. telling you how great you are and, encouraging your achievements so that you learn that this is something that makes me feel good. This is how I receive, emotional comfort. This is how I receive love, is by, doing my very best and being recognized for it. So she was probably somebody who pushed you to be the best version of yourself a lot. And because of that, you are constantly striving to be the best version of yourself. The negative manifestation of the moon in Capricorn would be a mother who is very controlling, somebody who is maybe vindictive, cold, manipulative, somebody who just needed to call all the shots and wouldn't recognize your emotions. So you had an emotional reaction and it was almost kind of an abusive, you're going to be fine, like just refusing to acknowledge your emotions at all. Not different from the positive manifestation in the sense that she's not going to say, "Are you okay? Well, let's get up, dust yourself off, you're going to be fine." It would just be kind of totally ignoring your emotions. And so that in the negative with the negative Capricorn moon mother, you may have learned to just stuff your emotions and not express them and not deal with them at all. Because she was just cold and she didn't care to deal with your emotions, or at least seemed that she was unable to deal with your emotions. So you just learned not to express them. You learned to stuff them. That is all I have to say about the moon in Capricorn. I did want to let you guys know before I go that I am offering individual planetary report readings in my shop now. The link is in the description of this video. It's basically dissecting an individual placement within your chart. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Chiron, and the North Node, South Node axis are all available. It's basically dissecting one placement in your chart by rulership, by aspect, etc. So I really hope you check those out. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and have a great day.